And first thing is thanks to the person who has invited you to this forum, to this association. So thank deep within your heart that that gratitude, pay that gratitude to the person who has given you this stage, this association. And thanks to the mindset, the learning process throughout the next 1.5 hours. Thanks to that, and thanks to for to the Lord to give us the health and wealth to pursue whatever we are really looking for. And thank you for giving us the mindset of growth and learning. And finally, thanks to all the people out here who are really focusing on positive mindset and staying positive and spreading the same. So yeah, that's the Kiran.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sahana. I think this is amazing. We should develop this habit. Actually, it will bring a lot of gratification kind of feeling, and that really help us to go ahead. Awesome. Great. All right. So I think there are a couple of new people have also joined. So while they've joined, we can quickly give an introduction so that they'll be aware of what we guys are doing. And meanwhile, Karthik, you can keep a short trailer ready from Vijay, and then we'll place it.
Yes,
Right.
ready, Kiran. Can you also give that sharing access?
Just a second. Okay. I think now you should be able to share it.
Yeah, thanks, Kiran.
Okay. All right. Awesome. So, for people who are new, hi, this is Kiran here. I am working in Bangalore, one of the digital healthcare startup or company, MediBuddy, and I am alumni of IIT Kharagpur, and also a coach and a speaker at Peak Impact Mentorship, which is where our organization of Book Club was also born. The community of Book Club was born almost a year back. And the idea to start this book club again is to fulfill the mission of empowering at least 1 lakh people in effective communication and life skill, which is where we started PM with the cause. And PM's founder is Vijay. Vijay is IIT Chennai alumni, and he's also John C. Maxwell's and Tony Robbins certified coach and a mentor. And luckily, not everyone, maybe a few people are directly, indirectly coached and valued and mentored by Vijay. And personally, I've been working with Vijay for almost 3+ years now, 3 to 4 years now, and it's always been an honor. So the reason we started this book club is for multiple reasons. One is to pass on the mission of empowering people in effective communication and life skills through a systematic and a simple approach. And one of the biggest habit we could realize is the book reading part of it. And I'm sure 90% people do not have habit of reading books, and I was also one of them. But then I realized how to make things so simple and significant such that we can prioritize our growth. We all are very serious about our own profession. We read books when it comes to a profession, but when it comes to us personal growth, we ignore it. I don't know why do we ignore it, but we just ignore it, and we give excuses that we don't have time and all those stuff. So that is when Vijay and all of the leaders came into the picture. We realized, yeah, let us make things so simple. Let's follow at least 4 5 fundamental books. And if you're coming from Meetup, you've already seen the poster, the flyer in the Meetup of the 4 5 6 books. And if you're coming through any person, the books names are Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, Magic of Thinking Big, and Rich Dad Poor Dad. So if you just see all these books are covering in multiple spectrum. It could be finance, personal growth, people skills, and also mindset and multiple other areas. So this is where we come from, and we also have a very simple syllabus out of it. You don't have to read complete book. You can just pick five. There are 5 chapters we have picked from each of the book just to get started with, and you can connect with the host or co-host or with me to get to know how do we leverage these books and content, and we can really apply in our life. So this is one portion of it. And while we are part of Peak Impact Mentorship, we do a lot of workshops in the weekend where Vijay, our founder, he is a keynote speaker there, and that is where we get that complimentary access to this book club. So most of us who are little old to our community, they are already aware of Vijay and this community. And people who are new, you can maybe take as a new flavor in your life and see how things goes, so that you can at least get something good out of this community. So that's about it. And for the book club, so whatever syllabus I've just mentioned, so people prepare that topic out of this syllabus in a week's time. So basically, let's say the chapter 1 of Rich Dad Poor Dad, you can pick one topic in that and prepare it, and then share it in our book club in the upcoming next week. And the timeline for you will be given as 3 minutes. So this is not purely what to say a Toastmaster kind of community, but it is more towards of personal growth, where whatever we are applying, whatever we are living our life through, we share our experiences, we communicate our messages such that we can get through you rather than just to pass on the information. So that's about it, a very short intro. And I already have the topic list for people who are going to speak today, and based on that we will go through. And also people who are new, don't worry, we also want to know you. So in between we'll also call you to the screen so that you can share your introduction, your name, profession, who is invited, or where did you where are you coming from, and maybe one line a line from your side. So maybe keep it very short so that we can accommodate other speakers as well. And then while you participate in the further weeks, you can also pick up a book and then also get started with us. So that's about it. If Bhushan is around, Bhushan, can you take care of the timer?
Yes, Kiran, sure.
Awesome, great. So definitely it's not me. That's all of the co-host and host. We are together. We are doing it. I'm just the voice, nothing else. Baki, you'll see people who are supporting us to make things successful as well. Awesome. Great. So who will get started with? So Karthik, let's play Vijay's short trailer, and then meanwhile, people who are prepared for the topic, do raise your hand. I'll pick you, and then you can start your topic. Yeah, Karthik, you can go ahead.
Today I'll give you awareness that how to identify what is your category of boss, what does he do, and how to see whether he's a good boss or bad boss, so that you understand whom to work with in your life, whom not to work with at all. What you're saying is really good, but how do I apply it? Because I am not at leadership position, okay? I'm somewhere in middle. There are managers who are above me, or there are leaders above me. There's somebody who is below me, and I don't have much power. Let's take an example. You are a homemaker. Just take an example. Practically, I'm giving a perspective. You have 3 children. Are you the leader of your children, or are you positional parents to them? Big difference. Leadership is not about respect. Leadership is about abuse, criticism, and that is where the confusion begins. That's what they don't teach you about a CTC is anybody above 10 years of experience, your work do not get you paid. You get paid for abuses. You get paid for blames. You get paid for criticism. Find your passion one day. And once you find a passion, don't worry about your job insecurity. You will find out something or other. I've never found a passionate guy struggling for survival. No. Some people are naturally negative. They're naturally negative. They have a PhD on criticism. You have met somebody, right? They have like a PhD on criticism. There'll be always lack of empowerment, because if any of these bad bosses in your life, they will never empower people. I'll give you today one simple answer which will remove you from all the stress. Your growth is not company's priority. This whole 4 series you attend, you will get a lot of answers, because today I have defined the problem. Second week, I'm telling you some solutions you can work on yourself. Third solution is, which will go to the next level, how to work with these guys, complicated people. And that's what the solution is.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Karthik, for an amazing teaser. All right. Great. So if anyone wants to start, you can just raise your hand, or else I can call up the name. Okay. So if anyone is raising hand, or else Shraddha, you can go first. Shraddha is there on call.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, today first time I'm using my laptop. So I'm just seeing the screen and it's good. So hello everyone. And today actually I'm not speaking, but I'm sharing 2 of my poems which I have published in my YouTube channel. And in poems की खास बात ये है कि when actually I have started my transformational journey, means when I have started learning the purpose of my pain, that time I wrote these lines, and then later when I started my YouTube channel, that time I published these videos as poem in my YouTube channel. I'm so happy to share these 2 videos. Thanks to Kiran that he allowed me in this platform. And I wanted to share these 2 simple poems, because these poems, if you will see, these are very simple, but I really feel that every one of you can resonate with whatever I have written. So let's begin. I share. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, Shraddha, you can. Shraddha, if you're playing the audio, you need to enable the audio. Audio नहीं आ रहा, बस वीडियो आ रहा है.
1 second.
आप रीशेयर करो और वहां पे एक ऑप्शन रहेगा शेयर करते समय ना ऑडियो को.
Stop. Should I again stop the sharing?
हाँ, स्टॉप कर दो. स्टॉप करके वाइल जब आप शेयर करोगे ना वहाँ पे ऑप्शन रहेगा शेयर साउंड, शेयर कंप्यूटर साउंड का ऑप्शन रहेगा.
1 second. One second.
अगर आपको टाइम चाहिए तो आप ले लीजिए, नहीं तो आई विल कॉल वन स्पीकर एंड मीनवाइल यू कैन फिगर आउट इन केस नीड टाइम.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
चलेगा?
But yeah, it will be a waste of time otherwise. Yeah.
Okay, so just ping me once you're done. I'll call you. Okay.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Awesome. So we'll move to the next speaker. So Bhushan, you'll go next. Bhushan, let me just spotlight.
Yes, Kiran, yes, I can go.
Go ahead, Bhushan.
Okay, am I audible, Kiran?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, screen अच्छा नहीं दिख रहा होगा. Okay. Hi everyone, myself Bhushan, and I'm also part of the Peak Development Mentorship. And so today I want to talk about a power of mentorship. This is my topic actually. So what is the mentor actually? Mentor who helps and guides us to achieve our success and goal in our life. That is the mentorship. The mentorship. I will share 2 to 3 points through my real experience. How mentorship helped me to grow in my career. So first thing is the motivation. When you when you go through the life journey, okay, so many up and down will come, will stuck somewhere, and that time we need someone whom we can talk and who someone who they can encourage us, but no one will be there that time, okay, except your parents or your wife or some special one, okay. Other than no one will be there, but your mentor will know uh, you your in and out, and he will motivate you. For example, if I watch any movie, motivational movie or video, maybe I will motivate for 1 day or 2 days, but when I will fall back in through my journey, that time that video will not work. But your mentor who will listen you uh, and who will motivate you when you are stuck, that time motivation, that time mentorship is important. And really when I get stuck or feel discouraged, I talk to the Kiran, okay, and he listen me maybe 1 hour or 2 hours, and that gives me the confidence, and he know what is the my strength and weakness. Second thing is the we can discuss our in and out with our mentor, okay. We all have the weakness and we all have the strength also, but when we fail, world people are around you are ready to figure out your weakness. They will never say what is your strength, but they will find out your mistake and weakness, okay. But that time only your mentor only know what is your strength, and he will remind you your strength, not weakness. I discussed with so many times with Kiran, and I when feel stuck or frustrated, and Kiran only talk about my strength. I have so many weakness also. Maybe I am not good communicator. My English is not good, but he always tell you are the dreamer, you are the hard worker, and that is really giving me confidence. So there is so many things I can't explain here. But who should be our mentor? Mentor who is successful, 10 times successful than you. Every successful people like Virat Kohli or any successful people have the mentor. But like Kiran told, after the graduation or after getting the job, we think we are successful, and it is not required. Mentorship is not required for us. Okay, but it's totally wrong. And so who should be our mentor? Who is the successful? Who is the successful 10 times you, than you, and who's the expert in that area? Okay, but problem is you will not get that mentorship फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट ओके रोड में आपको बहुत सारे लोग मिल जाएंगे जो कुछ नहीं लाइफ में किए होंगे बट आपको ज्ञान देने के लिए वो हमेशा खड़े रहते हैं ओके बट जो सक्सेसफुल है जो एक्सपर्ट है वो कभी आपको उसके पास इतना टाइम नहीं होगा ओके यू नीड टू स्पेंड मनी एनर्जी एंड टाइम एंड यू हैव टू अकाउंटेबल फॉर दैट वन okay so I personally spend 2 to 3 lakhs in my for my personal growth okay and that result will come after 3 to 4 years not now so this is the power of the mentorship so find out your mentor knowingly or unknowingly we all have the mentor problem is we are not those mentors are not qualified okay so we have to find out the good mentor we have to spend and the peak impact mentorship is the one of the best because in the very minimal cost you will get best of the best mentor and the people will inspire you not only theoretical or and practical as well so thank you very much for listening me hope I added some value thank you
Amazing, Bhushan. Thank you so much for sharing your story because definitely a mentorship is priceless. We can't even put a price for it because not only money, you save a lot of time from their advices and that is priceless. पैसा तो वापस भी आ जाएगा, time कहाँ से लेके आओगे? But amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Bhushan,
Thank
for
you.
sharing your experience. Great. So we'll go next. Shraddha, you're ready. I'll spotlight you. Okay. Awesome. Yep. Your spotlight, Shraddha. You can go.
It's share sound is here, yeah?
हाँ शेयर साउंड आपने कर लिया ना ओके
Is it fine now?
नहीं आ रहा बेबी
हाँ नहीं आ रहा
नहीं आ रहा साउंड नहीं आ रहा
1 second. I have done this, no? Share sound is there. 1 second, I'll again do it.
सॉरी श्रद्धा आपने हेडफोन्स पहना है इसलिए
Ah, okay. Thank you so much.
One day, everything is going to be fine. One day, you are going to be where you want to be. One day, you will be
I
as
know.
successful as you want to
Yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shraddha.
One day, all this pain will come to an end. One day, you will learn to be proud of the person you are becoming. One day, your life story will be an inspiration. And one day, you will be sharing all your blessings. But till that time, let's keep on making our efforts. Let's keep on learning the lessons from the pain. Let's keep on enjoying the process. And let's fall in love with the process. The process of becoming better, surpassing weakness, discovering strengths. The process of being the one who you truly are. The process of becoming the best version of you. And the process of being one with the universe. And the process of our oneness with everyone. Thank you.
one more poem is there. It's in Hindi.
असली मज़ा तो अपने चश्मे और चाय के साथ बुक पढ़ने में है, और असली मज़ा तो कलर्स और म्यूज़िक के साथ ड्राइंग करने में भी है। दोस्तों के साथ पानी पूरी का भी एक अलग ही मज़ा है, और बच्चों के साथ बच्चा बनने में भी एक अलग मज़ा है। मज़ा तो स्पोर्ट्स शूज़ और हेडफोन के साथ वॉक करने में भी है, और मज़ा तो दाल रोटी के साथ घी खाने में भी है। बालकनी और बारिश के साथ पकौड़े में भी मज़ा है। गहरी रात और ठंडी हवा के साथ बाइक का भी अपना ही मज़ा है। मज़ा तो हर उस काम में है जो दिल से किया हो, और मज़ा तो हर उस काम में है जिस पे ध्यान गया हो। तो चलो आज क्यों ना एक काम करें, क्यों ना अपने हर एक काम को मज़े से करें।
Wonderful, wonderful, Shraddha. It's so nice. In fact, the toughest thing is to create content. Consuming content is very easy, and people are consuming for hours and hours. But to create content is always challenging, and you bringing your flavor into it is definitely creates the uniqueness. Amazing, Shraddha. I really enjoyed it. और आपको कितना टाइम लगा श्रद्धा ये बनाने में? Shraddha is there क्या? I think we lost her bandwidth.
मेरे साइड से इशू है।
श्रद्धा आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है, कट रही है।
मैं अपना वीडियो स्टॉप। Yeah, I think now it's fine. Yeah, you were asking something.
हाँ, I was asking how much time did you take to create that content? कितना टाइम लगा आपको? Is it audible? I hope my voice is audible, no? अच्छा,
Your voice is audible, Kiran.
ठीक है, cool. We'll wait for her. Maybe while she joins again, we'll ask this question. Awesome. So we'll move next. Revati, you'll go next. I'll spotlight you. Yep.
Good evening, everyone. I am Revati and I am from Bangalore. So today, the chapter that I wanted to cover is problems and pain, and this is from the book The Road Less Traveled. Okay. So the moment I say problems, like what comes in the mind? Might be it is something about the relationships, or some appraisal at your office, you don't get a good hike, or something is not happening in the life, 100 things, right? So all kinds of problems. I'm sure like we all have, whatever it could be, whether it's a work or your personal aspect. So problem is just a problem. So today, like what I wanted to share from this book is, see, always the way we look at a problem is, the moment the problem comes, we are just horrified and we are actually scared of the pain. We are not scared of the problem, but we are scared of the pain or the suffering that the problem gives to us. So the author, actually what he is trying to tell is, how we overcome it is, first we need to tell to ourselves that life is not easy. So life is never easy. The moment we understand that and we accept that, we will also be very ready that problems are just part of life and pains and suffering come with that, and we will be just fine with that, instead of thinking about the problems or mourning about it, right? So this is the one thing that he tells. And to overcome the problem, like what we will have to do, is it just we always keep thinking about it, cribbing about it, or do we think about solving the problem? So how do we solve that? That happens with the discipline. So without the discipline, nothing happens in the life, whether it's just a small problem or you want to solve it a complete problem, anything it could be, right? So discipline is very much required. So when I say discipline, I just wanted to share my own personal example, like my dad, whom I admire and inspire a lot from my childhood, because I know, like when he used to work, I mean, he was at a very good position with lots of, I mean, good salary, in fact, position, and also, I mean, whatnot, he was wealthy enough with everything what we are supposed to have. But then he was always very much, he used to enjoy the risk or that entrepreneurship, I can say. So he left his job and he just put all his money into the entrepreneurship, and things were fine. And at the same time, yeah, he also trusted his own people, might be my uncle or whoever it is. So then there was a loss. It was very bad. And even, yeah, often when you trust the people, right, there is a huge risk that you also believe them and give everything to them, right? So this always happens. So this was the thing. Then he opened his second company. Even the second company happened the same way. But then, yeah, there were many responsibilities, right? Like my studies or whatever it was. So then he again worked for a company for a few more years. And then out of that business thing, whatever he wanted to do, again, he opened a small company again. But then even that didn't go well. So see, I'm just trying to say, often the problems keep coming one or the other way. But one thing what I really inspire about him always is, till today he never gives up. Okay, so he is almost 60 plus now, but till today he is having so much passionate, or that goal he always keeps telling me, in the coming 3 years I want to earn 1 crore. I don't know how I want to earn. So what he does, every day he sits, he is so disciplined that I can tell you, in fact I am very bad at that. He sits in front of the system, and he is always continuously on the stock trading. So this is what he does. See, I just wanted to share that the way the problems had hit him, like I never saw him giving up a single day. So that's how he works. And he is like a lot of inspiration to me. So I just wanted to tell a simple thing, that problems are always there. But I think we'll have to accept that life is not easy and problems are part of it. And we should never run away from the sufferings or the pain. And how we do it, there are 4 techniques in the book, which I will be covering in the coming book club. Thank you.
Wow, amazing, Revati. Even I'm inspired by your dad, and definitely, hopefully, if I can meet someday, it will be really awesome. So I keep hearing about him with you every single time whenever we talk. You always bring him. So definitely, he's a very special person, and let's see if we can bring him here in the book club as well, and share some insights to all of us. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Revati. Right. Awesome. So we'll move next. Nikita, you'll go next. Nikita is there.
Okay, hang on a second. I am sitting in a mess right now. Let me just... can I go one after, please, Kiran?
Sure. All right. Karthik, you'll go next.
Which Karthik, Kiran?
You. Karthik Sahana, Karthik.
Okay, Kiran. So hope my voice is audible.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I think, hi guys, a few days back, this is Karthik. I work in the IT industry for more than a decade in Bangalore. So a few days back, I was giving an intro about this book called Psycho-Cybernetics, right, from Maxwell Maltz. So I wanted to continue it. And I want to talk about the self-image which I left in the last series. So this author talks so much about self-image. I was telling in my last talk, right? I gave a example how this author is a plastic surgeon, and being a plastic surgeon and treating so many patients, changing their face or removing their scars or changing their nose. I gave example of Sridevi and Samantha also, right? So how it actually increases the self-image and self-esteem of people. So what exactly is that self-image? If we see from childhood, whatever humiliations, or be it failures or successes, or how people react to us, okay, all these experience since childhood would have created a self-image about us, okay, to in our mind. Okay, so how true is this self-image? Is your self-image driving you positively towards your goals, or is it negative and stopping you from growing ahead? If it is positive and growing, then well and good. But if it is negative and if it is stopping you, then we have to retrospect. How do you actually retrospect, right? The author talks whether those self-image and those experiences what you got from since your childhood, is it true or not? I know, like, if you are a software tester or any you have to test, you will have test cases and you will execute them and see how true or false it is, right? Similarly, take your experiences and see how true is or them, just validate it, right? Or they accidentally formed, or is it really true? When you retrospect, you will come to see which exactly what things are exactly true about yourself. Definitely we need to see what is our strength, what is our weakness, what are my limitations, how far I can go in this vehicle, or how far I can go in other vehicle, so many things, right? You be honest, bluntly honest with yourself, and see how good and how bad you are, right? That's how actually come to reality, how exactly your self-image in real situations apply, right? So when this author talks about something called servo mechanism, this is not just theoretical, because the author has given so many examples in this book, especially in this first chapter, wherein a school boy, okay, he was getting F grade, right? He started getting A grade, okay. He has not changed his face, okay. He talks about the concept called servo mechanism, right? So, same thing, a hardened criminal, okay, how he converted and became a good citizen in the society, okay. A normal salesman who was not able to grow in his sales career, and how he became number one salesman in his city, right? Numerous examples he has given how you can change, forgetting about your past experiences. And okay, like you may have some scar and you may be thinking, oh, I have this scar, because of that you are behaving the way you it need not be, right? So he has given so many examples which we can try and implement it. So I was talking about this servo mechanism, right? It's like your brain and nervous system driven by your mind, right? So if you give positive goals towards to it, it acts as this servo mechanism acts as a success mechanism. But if you give those negative goals to it, it acts as a failure mechanism. I'm sure you will definitely would have come across people, no matter how much positive or how many good associations you give, they will still keep thinking, no, I'm unlucky. It doesn't work for me. Positive thinking is not for me. It doesn't work. Why so? Okay. It again depends. There are some, the author also tells there are some patients, even if you make them very good, if you give them a very good face, because he's a plastic surgeon, right? Still they'll be like, no, I'm the same. I don't see any difference. Why is it so? It again depends. It's like putting new wine in an old bottle, correct? So those things, whatever you have in your mind, right? So if you think I am suffering from injustice, no matter how many things you're like justice is provided to you, you will still feel like, no, I am suffering from injustice, because you believe that you have that image in your mind. Same thing applies. You may think, no, it doesn't work for me, I'm so unlucky. If that is a thought process, no matter how many opportunities come and fall on your lap, you will still feel, no, I'm unlucky, because whatever images you have in your mind, you are proving that that is true, correct? So that is a minority section of people. That's how that I told about the difference between success mechanism and failure mechanism through this concept called servo mechanism. Okay, so I'm still learning more from this, because I'm attending this PM session from Vijay, who is covering these topics continuously, and how we can use this for our growth. So coming Saturday, I'm joining another growth workshop by Vijay to understand more about this from this book. So I hope you will also you can DM me if needed. So this is what I wanted to share. Thank you so much.
Amazing, Karthik. Thank you so much for keep repeating. I think until unless I repeat the concept, it doesn't, digest and it doesn't go into our veins. And it is very important for us to really understand this logical way of understanding and then implementing. Amazing, Karthik. Thank you so much for sharing. So before I call Nikita, so Nikita will just have a short introduction of new people who have joined for the first time, and then we'll take Nikita's chance. So, guys, people who have joined for the first time, I request you one by one, you can switch on your video and audio, and maybe quickly share your name, profession, where do you locate, and uh, maybe one reason why did you chose to come to this community. So, who will go first? I think Mohit is new, I guess. Kshitij. Sunil is also new. Sunil, is it possible for you to switch on your video as well?
Yeah, hi Kiran.
Hey Kiran, I would need 10 minutes, probably. Sorry, Sunil. I'll need 15-20 minutes and then probably I'll come back. Okay.
Sure. Just message me, Mohit. Once you're back, I'll then call you. Okay. All right. Yeah, Sunil, go ahead.
Hey, I'm on the line for my audio and video. I would need some time. Sorry. Yeah.
No issues. Go ahead, Sunil.
Yeah, hi all. Myself Sunil Shirur. So I am based out in Bangalore, basically from Karnataka. I joined this group by seeing in the Meetup app. So from there I joined.
Awesome.
So I work in IT industry. I'm in agile methodology. Like I am a Scrum Master from past 9 years. I worked in Cisco. Now I am part of Kimberly Clark.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Sunil, for your introduction. Hope you'll have a wonderful journey. We can connect offline for your detailed thing, how you can participate later.
Sure, Kiran. Thank you. Thanks, sir.
Thank you so much. Great. Who's next? Shiva is, I think, new. Shiva or Sridhar also joined, I think, after so long. Sridhar, if you're there, you can also introduce quickly. Maybe you can switch on the video as well if the bandwidth permits.
Yeah, hi Kiran.
Hey, hi Sridhar. Go ahead.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great.
Yeah, hi everybody. Myself Sridhar. I'm a mechanical engineer currently located in Doha, Qatar. I work in oil and gas industry. Basically, I'm from Andhra Pradesh, India. And I know Kiran from past 4 or 5 years.
You don't even know since when do I know? I can't even count. Awesome. Yeah. Great. Thank you, Sridhar, for introducing yourself. Hope we'll have a wonderful journey of growth. Awesome. Anyone else who has joined for the first time? RK, I think RK is also new, if I'm not wrong. Sai also, I see someone new. So guys, you can quickly unmute and share so that we'll... Sunil is done. Yeah, RK has switched on the video. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. आपका नाम भी बता दीजिएगा. Hey, your voice is not coming. Just a second. Let me switch off your video and then maybe you can introduce. Your voice was breaking actually.
Okay, first time I did it.
Acha.
Maybe I have to.
Video switch off करके आप introduce कर लीजिए. हाँ.
Okay. 1 second.
कर दिया मैंने.
Okay. So currently I am working in Lekha Wireless Solution, JP Nagar, as a system test engineer from 5 years.
Awesome. And your good name? We couldn't hear you.
Rohit Kumar.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, I came Bangalore in 2016 after completing the BTech and got the job in 2016 February.
Awesome.
And so first time, I'm always interested in some new things. So when he invited for this one book reading club, then I thought, okay, I have to join and see, okay, what activity you guys are doing it. So it's very nice to see these things.
Superb, Rohit. Rohit, who invited you?
Bhushan has invited me. Bhushan Singh Rathod. Yes. On
Awesome.
LinkedIn, he has invited me. So first, I'm giving thanks, lots of thanks to him. Now I become the member of this. I'm feeling that very happy. I joined today a little bit late, so I could not understand what you told in the starting first 15 minutes, because I was getting some problem with internet, that voice was also not coming it. So
That's
sorry
all
for
right,
that.
Rohit. We can connect offline, Rohit, and we can help you to understand how the theme is, and then maybe you can add value and contribute as well.
Okay, okay. Thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you so much, Rohit. All right. Anyone else we left, or we are done? Sai, Sai is new or not? I don't know. If Sai you're new, you can unmute and share. I think Ranendra has already spoken. Mohit, anyway, he'll ping me back. Kshitij is also new, is it? Or Kshitij are old folk? Okay. All right. If I missed anyone, please you can message me. I'll call you so that you can introduce to the team. It'll help us to know you also. All right. So while I call Nikita, you are online. Can I spotlight you? Nikita. Awesome. Great. Yeah, Nikita, you are in the spotlight.
Okay. Right. Hi, I'm Nikita, and what I'm going to talk about today is quite similar to what Karthik said. So I'm going to do a little Hindi version of it. I just hope everyone understands Hindi. If there's anyone who doesn't understand Hindi, I'm happy to go ahead in English. Okay. So yeah, raise your hand if you don't understand Hindi. So I'm going to throw a question out there because I'll give a little context. I run parenting courses, and yesterday I did a session. There were 10 parents in the group, and we were talking about how do you identify something special in your children. And they couldn't answer the questions. So I said, okay, well, what is special about you? And there were 10 people attending the course, and nobody could answer this question. So I'm going to throw this question at you guys today. If you can just raise your hand, and probably Kiran or Karthik, you can bring them, spotlight them. What is special about you? What makes you special?
So quickly, people can raise their hand. I can bring them on the spotlight if you want to participate. You don't have to feel shy. I think that's a great. Soumya.
Yes, Soumya and Rikti, yeah.
Awesome. Soumya, you can unmute and share quickly. Okay.
I always like to try new things.
Brilliant. Okay.
That's I feel, but I don't settle at one thing.
Okay. Shraddha.
Great. Shraddha, Revati, you can also unmute and share.
I think I'm very compassionate because compassion is something which is very rare nowadays, and I feel it is one of the best qualities which I know I have.
Okay. Revati, what makes you special?
I consider myself to be very plain and simple from the heart. So I think this is something, I mean, I don't know if it's innocence or whatever it could be, but I think I'm special. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? Go on, Sunil.
Yeah, Sunil is there.
Yeah, I think I was earlier I used to not read the books. When I started reading book, I understood if we think a lot about positive, that means we are missing something. So stop reading positive and embrace what are the negative things. That is a good going and accepting yourself. I think from that time onwards, instead of reading on the positivity, accept what are the negativity and start from there. And what I believe is instead of getting motivation and taking action, take action. That action will motivate you to take next step. So that's what I started doing. I think I'm special in that.
Okay, so you're special in taking action, basically actioning whatever you believe you want to do. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
So we have 24 people attending, and only 4 people could answer what is special about them. We've got Kshitij now. Kshitij,
Can I answer, Nikita?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I think I'm a person who is very patient who is having a lot of patience, and I found that sometimes having a lot of patience is also not good. Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to just give a brief
Hi,
answer.
Nikita.
Probably. Oh, sorry, Kshitij. Oh, I didn't know who answered earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, I'm just thinking like I'm like great learner, and definitely I'm always keen to learning, and never give up kind of thing. Always, it's like going on in my mind. So I started this book club about like 1 month back. I tried something my own, so I couldn't join on that time. But yes, I've always just keen learning on that, and definitely the team and all each and everything is like very lovely. So about learning, yes, I'm being positive, new things. So yeah.
The reason I ask this question is because we are made to believe, just like Karthik was talking about it, we are made to believe that there's a certain set of things as a box. If you fit in that box, you are good. If you don't fit in that box, you're not. You don't. And these conventions are predefined by society. If you don't fit into that box, you're not good enough. And this is what we grow up to believe. And Vijay has covered this topic several times in loads of PIM sessions, that schools don't necessarily cater to different styles of learning either. So if you're not good at certain math, science, languages, all those subjects, then you're not good enough. These kind of conventions make you believe one way or the other. And I had that kind of belief. People tried to instill that belief in me that I was not good. And the way I overcame that belief, or the way I didn't believe in those things, was because of something what my father said to me. So what makes me special is the fact that I don't listen to anybody. I have the courage to stand up for myself. And this is something what makes me not fit in the box, because it causes a lot of inconvenience to adults around me, especially my teachers when I was younger. Or even now, my bosses or people around me find it inconvenient to deal with me because I go with my ideas, my opinions, which are quite strong. If I have to put a positive label on it, I would say I'm strong-willed. If I have to put a negative label on it, I would say, ye kisi ki nahi sunti. This is what I heard all through my life. And my teachers used to complain a lot about me. I remember I was in year 2 when you just learn to read and write at that stage. My year 2 teacher phoned up my parents. Well, she reprimanded me several times, because when you are learning to read and write, teachers, you write like this on a page, right? I used to write from here all the way to here. This is how I used to write in school, always. This is how my notebook used to be. And jab bhi correction ke liye you give your notebook to your teacher, my teacher used to put a big cross saying this is not right. And I used to argue, but it's sahi to likha hai. She's like, but why can't you fit in one page? Now, this argument went back and forth. I was punished several times. I didn't listen. I still kept doing what I thought was my style. My parents were called into school. That's when I felt bad. When my parents came back home from the parents' meeting, I stood at the door and I looked down. I was ashamed. And all I said is, sorry, Papa, I will listen to my teacher. Main abhi se sunungi. So my father approached me and I was looking down. I was so ashamed. I didn't want to make eye contact. He just kind of lifted my chin up and he said, maine kabhi kaha aap nahi sunte. So I said, sab kehte hain main nahi sunti. So he said, जब भी आप बच्चे थे, जब भी आप हॉस्पिटल में थे, बॉर्न हुए थे, तभी we did a hearing test on you. Hearing test की थी आपकी, और आपके कान तो सही सलामत है, सुनाई तो देता है आपको. I said, yes, सुनाई देता है पापा, लेकिन टीचर जो बोलती है सुनती नहीं है. इसका मतलब जो बोलती है, टीचर ने जो बोला है मैं वो करती नहीं हूँ. So my father said, वो पता है क्यों? तो मैंने कहा क्यों? He said, हमने hearing test तो करा लिया था. आपके जो क्यूट से 2 छोटे से कान है ना, वो तो काम करते हैं, पर ये जो छोटे कान है उसके बीचों बीच एक बड़ा सा दिमाग भी है. तो मैंने कहा फिर? He said, तो अगर सबकी सिर्फ सुनना होता तो भगवान सिर्फ 2 कान और 2 हाथ देते. दिमाग भी तो दिया है, वो भी इस्तेमाल कर लिया करो. मैंने कहा तो मुझे जो करना है मैं करती हूँ. तो सब बोलते हैं सुनती नहीं है. पापा ने कहा इट्स ओके, सबकी सुनना जरूरी भी तो नहीं है, अपना दिमाग यूज करो. और ये भी नहीं है कि सबकी सुनना भी नहीं है. Listen to what others have to say. सबकी सुनो, फिर अपने दिल से पूछो ये सही है या गलत है, and if you have an alternative that is either better than others, then do what you feel is right for you. So बस दूसरों की सुनना is not one option, बस हमेशा rebel करना है इसलिए खुद की सुनना is not the option. Compare all the options that you have and then फिर दिल की सुनो. So this was what my father told me when the whole world branded me या किसी की सुनती नहीं है. So I think when we have limiting beliefs put in us, just pause once and think, is that limiting belief real, or was that instilled in us because we didn't fit into a box? It was probably creating inconvenience to somebody else. So somebody's inconvenience should not be something that prevents you from being who you are. So that's about it. Thank you, Kiran.
Amazing, Nikita. Highlights of your talks, and definitely no words to share. I'm sure people have received the message. The message has went through them, and the message has been passed beautifully. Amazing, Nikita. Really, lots to learn from from you as well. Great. So we'll move to the next speaker then. All right. So who's next? Karthik, you'll go next. Karthik Prabhakar. If you're there, Karthik, if you can listen to me. I don't know if Karthik is available. Yeah, Karthik.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. So I'm audible now?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay, thank you. So hi guys. So again, so I will be continuing with the topic that I kind of stopped 2 weeks back. Unfortunately, I couldn't join last week. We were talking about a powerful topic called the mastermind principle, or the power mastermind, from the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, right? So we had talked a couple of points. I had introduced you to the concept. We had talked about power. How do you actually convert your actions into something meaningful, in something which brings you a lot of money. So that is one action. Any action plan just does not work out like that. You have to put enough power. So that is how we talked about power. And the second thing was we spoke about organized knowledge. How do we get organized knowledge? How do we bring in people with similar energy and a spiritual harmony to get your common goal achieved? How do you use the knowledge of collective people? And the third thing we talked about was infinite intelligence, which is like, which we call as the spiritual intelligence, which is accessible to every one of us, right? It's not going to be differentiated by caste, creed, or anything. It's accessible to everyone. So how do we use infinite intelligence to achieve our goal, and how to tap into it is something that we talked about. So continuing from there, right? So there are 3-4 points that I wanted to bring out in the topic that Napoleon Hill puts it in. The first topic that he talks about, which I want to discuss right now, is about the third mind, right? So we all have learned maths in our schools, right? If you ask someone, your kid or anyone, you will just ask, if you ask them like, what is 1 + 1? Most of the time you'll get an answer as 2, right? So it is actually mathematically correct, but what I'm trying to relate to is, if you add one, in case you have an idea which you want to implement, either let it be an entrepreneurship or anything, you put your mind, you have one idea and you have your thought process and you will be implementing it. But when you add one more mind, which has another thought process for the same idea, which might be a little better or which might not be better than your idea, but you get collective ideas, right? So you are actually building 2 minds towards a common goal, but that 2 minds combine and form a third mind, which has more clarity, which has less more uncertainties, which is more sure about what you want to achieve. So always achieving a bigger goal, it is always good when you have people with where you can use people's thought process, knowledge, and their experiences, right? So always adding one more person or multiple person, creating the third mind, will effectively help you more in achieving that common goal, right? So that is what is our third mind. So the next point that we will talk about is something called mastermind, which is an extension of third mind. So mastermind is similar to that. So mastermind is the core crux of the concept, right? So like say PIM, right? Let's take an example of PIM. So initially Vijay would have started with a couple of his associates, right? Like Kiran and all the other leaders that we see in the PIM sessions. So he would have had the idea, but he knew that for him to grow it, he has to create a mastermind group where he can get inputs from everyone. And some might be great inputs, some might not be so good, but he still has knowledge of 10 people rather than having his own knowledge to create a mastermind group to grow this organization or to grow this idea. So that's how you collectively combine people's knowledge to create an create a group where ideas and thoughts are shared. And what happens is there's something which I want to describe it as a cloud brain. You all are very familiar, right? Cloud is something which is like all the tech people will always kind of associate, right? So I combine, mastermind group, when you think about all the people's thoughts coming in, so you all collectively create something called a cloud brain, which kind of helps you to grow, right? So always a cloud brain is important. So mastermind kind of highlights that. So the third and the two other small points which I want to talk about is stream, right? So we all know rivers, lakes, they all flow in one direction, streams, right? Our mind also has one direction to go in. We have an option to go either way, but there are two options. One is either you are in a positive stream and one you are in a negative stream. If you are in the positive streams, you will always be in your way, you will have always success, riches, and glory. But if an individual chooses negative stream, you will always get misery and all that. So which stream you want to select is something that each individual has to think about, ponder about himself. So that's how Hill puts it in his book. And the third and the last point, which I want to just take 15 more seconds, is being bold and ruthless, right? So if you've seen poverty, right? We know being in India, being from the 1980s, we know that we've been tagged as a poverty rich country. Only the top 10 has the whole wealth of India and all that, right? So poverty has no compassion. It is bold and ruthless. It can come to you anytime. It does not have any, so it can come to any person who has 100 crores. So it can come to a person who is already poor. So poverty is bold and ruthless. But when you actually see the other way, where you are riches and if you want to go rich, richness is something which is like a shy character. Richness cannot come to everyone, right? So you have to be bold and ruthless to go and grab the richness. But whereas poverty is something which can be ruthless and can come to you by itself, right? So the point that I want to highlight is here is, if you are in poverty or if you think you will be poorer, the idea is to be bold and ruthless. Use the mastermind, use a group of people, be bold and ruthless to convert yourself from a poorer state to achieve more financial success. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to convey today.
Amazing, Karthik. I really enjoyed your cloud brain. It really connects with all IT folks. I think mastermind is equal to cloud brain, and get all the data and you become AWS and handling the data properly. Creating infra for all of us. Very nicely put, Karthik. Really enjoyed your analogies. And definitely very important points you have covered. If you just pondered through it, it is such a big thing. And if you have one good quality to leverage people's mind for a common cause, that is priceless. One skill, if you need to listen, if you don't have any other skills or talent, just learn how to leverage people while they're working with you and working for a greater cause. And that will create a magic. And all entrepreneurs have done that as well. Amazing, Karthik. Thank you so much. Great. So we'll move to the next speaker. Soumya, if you're on call, you can go next. Soumya, I'll spotlight you. Yeah, Soumya, go ahead.
Again, I have not prepared anything as a topic just for this week because I am aiming something else. But I wanted to speak in this forum. That's what my aim is, to leverage this forum for my growth. Actually, I really see there's a great potential, and there are great things we can learn in this forum. In fact, being a PIM member, I feel it's amazing. And one of the opportunities to see different things and working on the same cause is what I liked to be part of PIM.
Amazing.
Thank you, Kiran. I have not prepared anything for.
No worries, Soumya. So let me ask you a couple of questions because you're not prepared. You come to the slide. So let me ask one question. So tell me your perspective of paradigm before coming with us and after coming with us. I think it's already 1.5 months with us right now. So how do you see yourself? Do you feel any change inside, or if you're feeling change, what kind of changes you're seeing in yourself? It is giving you what kind of feeling you are getting before and after? In just maybe quick 1 minute.
Actually, I wanted to share the two incidents in my life. Like when I truly asked the help of God. Most of the times I will ask help of the God. One incident was that when I was in France, I loved a guy here in India. So after studies, I had great opportunity to go to France. That was amazing. And no one used to get just 6 months. I had a work experience, but I got a chance to travel abroad. But leaving my parents, I had never been outside. Leaving my parents nor my husband. But there I went to one along with my friends. We planned a trip. We used to plan a trip for in the weekends. So we planned a trip, and there it is a coastal area in Spain. Okay, the waves were coming like you can see high waves were coming, and it was a bridge kind of thing where we can stand and feel that. And I asked that if I'm surely I can convince my parents to marry him. One big wave should come and hit me. I waited. My friends were calling me, come back. No, I waited. Oh, one big wave, come. So finally, my friends were frustrated. You are coming or not? Okay, I turned back and I was slowly moving. Some big wave came and hit me from my backside. So I felt very happy for that. I ran towards my friend. That's the one thing. And the second time this incident happened, because I don't have a proper guide. I'm to be financially or anything, and to take a right decisions at the right time. Okay, I was asking God, praying. Actually, I want someone to mentor me. So same time I got like one. I took a book just to read, because I was only reading technical books, technical thoughts. But one good thing is in LinkedIn I connect everyone. That's how I connected Kiran as well. And in 2018, I think he has pinged me telling the opportunity of there's something in non-technical things. Are you interested? Because I saw that message and it was very, and I said directly said, no, I'm not interested in anything upon non-technical. Okay. And then now that is the first conversation with Kiran. And later in 2021, I saw his post on focus, how to go bring the focus. And I was after lockdown, I lost my job because my work. My profile is such that it is very niche and only to aerospace. And aeronautical, there is very less aircraft, and travel industry was the one big happened in this pandemic. So I was hit by that. So I was thinking like, I am not getting that focus, man. So that's where I was, when all thing happens simultaneously, and I was praying God to give a mentor for me, and I got it through this PIM. That's what I feel.
Amazing. See, I think you don't need topic.
I don't need topic.
Very good learnings. I think you summarized everything. You applied the learnings for servo mechanism, everything you applied, and then you got an opportunity. While you prepare, God gave you. So
yeah, seriously. I got that book, Miracle Morning. I read that. I used to be a morning bird only, but I read that, and applied some things like stepwise. Like, yeah, I was determined to wake up early. And second thing was TIM simultaneously. Everything happens simultaneously. Very good for me. I think it will go good ahead as well.
Amazing. So happy for you, Soumya. Really happy that you're
Thank you, Kiran, very much for mentoring me. My eyes were not open in 2018. It was shut actually. Anyways,
connect when the time comes. So
yeah.
not in my hands. I think it's all about how we connected. It was amazing, Soumya.
Thank you, Kiran,
for sharing.
Thank you. I love being part of you.
Great. Awesome. Great. So we'll move to the next speaker. I think we have Sanjeev. Sanjeev, if you're on call and if you're prepared with the topic, you can go ahead, Sanjeev. I'll spotlight you.
Yeah. Yes, Kiran.
Go ahead, Sanjeev. You're spotlighted.
Yeah. Hi, team. I'm Sanjeev Reddy. So I'll just speak, one or two points from the last PAM classes by Vijay. So the session is about relax and get rich. So in that, I'll just take only one. Many topics he taught us, but I'll take only one topic. That is, I'm busy. So Vijay told that generally many people, I think nowadays, mostly I think at least software people, most of the times we hear from every software guy, maybe who married at least. So they'll say, I'm busy for anything. If a kid comes to you for outing and all, then you'll say, I'm busy. Even wife comes, okay, just we'll go out, I'm busy this weekend, something. So we'll go next day. So we'll keep on postpone. So this leads to finally it's kind of you will say I'm busy and also from yourself you become busy in saying I'm busy and hypnotize yourself, and finally you feel that I cannot focus on anything, and multiple threads go in your mind, multiple works you try to do parallelly, so finally it leads to stress and you could not complete anything. Maybe we'll end up with doing only office work, that too not full. Some of the office work which is very high priority and which is forced by your lead or manager. So that's all this creates by the word I am busy. So instead what that even leads to stress also. So for that, what Vijay suggested is, instead of saying I'm busy, just if assume your wife asks, we'll go out, then you say, this is not my priority. Inside, at least you say, okay, this is not my priority. Okay, outside, if you say what happens, we know, okay, nobody will dare to say that you are not my priority. So at least inside you will say, this is not my priority. So then you realize, oh no. So you are saying my kids are not my priority, my wife is not my priority. So the next moment your brain will realize that, no, it will realize, no, this is your priority, you have to do. So then you will make some time to do that particular work, and automatically your busy will reduce, you will do that work. So that's what Vijay suggested. So how to do the things one by one, at least. So if you think that this is you whenever there is a point you need to see, you are saying all these days you are saying I'm busy. Instead of that, you try to say yourself or outside also, this is not my priority, you are not my priority. So then immediately the next second you realize, okay, this is actually your priority. If really that is not your priority, yes, you don't do that. But most of the things is your priority, so that you next moment you realize and you will do that action. That's what Vijay taught in last PM class. And there is on the same point, instead, I mean, like maybe for some people, he told, at least don't say I'm busy. You say at least think about yourself, I'm lazy. So that at least, okay, don't say I'm busy. Inside you say that I'm lazy. So you realize at least, okay, I'm not lazy. Well, let's do this work. Okay, that is a thought from Vijay, thought in last class. In the same point, actually, same thing. I mean, one of my friend sent a WhatsApp message to me. This is from Sri Sri, I mean, Art of Living, Sri Sri Art of Living. Same quotation I see there. What he wrote is in his message, don't say I'm busy. Instead, say that I'm easy. So I'm not, don't say I'm busy, say that I'm easy to access. So that many opportunities knock your door because you are easy. So if you say busy, many opportunities you will miss. So say that I'm easy. That's all for today. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, Sanjeev. Amazingly covered. Stop saying I'm busy. Start telling this is not a priority right now.
Yeah.
And busy and easy. Amazing. Two different paradigms and wonderfully shared, Sanjeev. I think most all busy people now know. They will keep quiet. They won't say busy right now. Office में जाएंगे तो office वाले बोलेंगे, sir, definitely I'll do this, sir. But I need your help to cover up all the other tasks as well. So definitely once you know this, you can communicate effectively to all of your folks and prioritize accordingly. Amazingly
Yeah.
covered. Great.
Thank you.
Awesome. So do we have anyone else? We can take one more person. I think Sanjay is done. Is Rajendra available? Bhushan Rajendra is not there. Rajendra, yeah, I think Rajendra is not available. And Tejal, Tejal का भी network नहीं है. All right. Okay. I think we covered almost everyone. Did we miss anyone? जिनका topic already prepared था and then not got the chance? If not, then I can go. All right. Chachu, आपकी आवाज कट रही है. The voice is breaking.
Is it clear now?
Little better, but voice is breaking. You can maybe switch off the video and speak.
Okay, fine. Is it okay now?
Yeah, better.
Am I audible? Okay. I just wanted to. I was not prepared, but I just recalled one topic. I learned from Brajesh, one of the mastermind from Vijay's team. Okay, one topic when normally positivity thinking or spreading positivity. I just wanted to share on that. One thing I learned, normally what we do in our life, we get in touch with so many people, and we receive several negativities and several positivities. So mostly, like, we get more negativities than positivities. Okay, so, and what we do, we also pass on several negativities. Suppose, see, if I can say, someone is giving some good idea, and we just criticize on him, or someone says something about me, or I used to say, so this is he's just bluffing, he's not, or if I can say, my kids don't my kids don't obey me, or this is a kind of negative talk, right? Or I can say, I can say to my friends, about my friends, that my friend betrayed me. This kind of negativity, mostly unknowingly, unknowingly, we used to pass on to several people around us. Okay, so for this kind of issue or this kind of problem, uh, how to get rid of this? You can come over this very quickly, and a great formula that is taught by Brazes, that is, whenever you talk anything, if you first the first thing is that you need to understand what kind of, when you are passing on some negative thought to others. So as soon as you understand, you realize, talk yourself or add one more phrase that this is what I wanted. अगर मैं बोलूँगा कि मेरे बच्चे मेरा बात नहीं मानते हैं, so at the end of this sentence, if I say यही तो मैं चाहता था और यही तो मैं चाहता हूँ, what would be the meaning in now? If you add each and every negative sentence, if you add यही तो मैं चाहता हूँ, this is what I wanted, then automatically you will stop spreading negativity. And this is something similar what I think I don't remember his name, Sanjeev, right? So this is something what Sanjeev said just now, and that is from the learning from Vijay's last week's talk. Okay, so exactly this is an I am busy. So at the end of the busy, like I am busy, whatever you want to add, that similarly here also you need to do the same thing. Whenever you talk something negative, add the phrase, this is what I wanted, यही तो मैं चाहता हूँ. Then you will, after few days, you will definitely stop spreading this negativity.
Awesome.
So I just wanted to share this. I really inspired with this particular learning I got from Brazil.
Great. Awesome, Dilip Chacho. In fact, busy wala ek ho gaya. This, I think these two things are, it will ring the bell whenever you're speaking something negative, because if you think logically, then maybe you will have enough excuses to comprehend and, debate what you're telling, but just go with the flow and then add this, yahi to main chahta tha. Then suddenly your gut feeling will say, ye nahi chahta tha main, to aise bol diya galti se. And then you'll realize, oh no, that is not what I wanted. And they'll start being aware of what you're speaking. So amazing, Chacho. It is really wonderful. You shared this wonderful learning. I think Mohit raised his hand. Mohit, if you're available, quickly you can unmute and switch on your video and quickly introduce yourself. I can take you. Just a second. If you have good.
Yeah. Hey, Kiran. I'm sorry. Actually, my internet connection is not stable. I wouldn't be available on the video now.
All right.
But yeah. Yeah, so first I would thank you for hosting this, and this is a wonderful session, and everyone for spending their time. So I am Mohit, and so as a professional background, I'm a CA, chartered accountant, and currently I'm associated with Ernst & Young, Bangalore, and then I was previously associated with Goldman Sachs. Karan, if someone can help me with a quick background of this group for 30 seconds, that should be helpful.
Sure, Mohit, sure. We'll definitely help you out. Just do one thing. I'll just ping you offline and I'll give you a very brief intro in the theme. And maybe in the end of the book club, if you have time, then definitely we can connect.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure.
Great. So I think while we're coming end of this book club, so before we leave, I want to give you something. I want to give you some value which you can take it and apply in your real life, and that can change your life for better, because you can apply anywhere, any part of your life. And definitely when I receive something, I don't keep it with myself. I have practiced being a reserve, not being a reservoir, but being a river. And these are the few tips which I've learned from John C. Maxwell as well as from Vijay. And this is something called leadership teaching. And if I just put up a quote for you, see, there is no success without a successor. And succession is one of the key responsibilities of leadership. You could be any part of in your life. You could be leading anyone in your life. It could be your kids or in your corporate life or in your own business. But you cannot become successful, or you cannot grow your leadership until you have successor who maybe outperform you. In fact, I sometimes feel so happy that there are a lot of people who are better than me. I feel sometimes Nikita speaks so nicely, then yeah, thank God, I have Nikita here. Thank God I have Karthik Sahana here. Thank God I have Bhushan here. Thank God I have so many people. Thank God I have Shraddha here. Thank God I have Sandeep. So the moment all of you speak, I feel so relaxed कि यार चलो यार इतने अच्छे लोग बात कर रहे हैं, मेरी तो जरूरत ही नहीं है. And previously, if you just go back, old Kiran or 4-5 years old back, Kiran was very, very competitive. Coming from a competitive background, coming from that background, I was super competitive. If someone is speaking better, I used to feel कि नहीं यार मुझे इससे भी अच्छा करना है. I used to compare myself in all the area whichever I was in, and that used to stop my growth. And the moment I learned through failures, of course, and realized it is always best to compliment people than competing, then slowly, after a couple of years, I had created a habit, developed that habit to appreciate and bring those colors into my life, which will make all of us look beautiful. All right. So these are the few teaching tips for leaders. I will cover only 4 tips today, which will help you to teach anyone in your life, and you will see the wonders while you follow the steps. All right. So the first tip is, it's not about you, it's about them. And the quote to support that: information is giving out, communication is getting through. I don't have to share an example. You are already aware. The people who are speaking in this book club, couple of speakers are so good that when they are sharing some story that just straightly goes inside your heart. So the communication is going straight through you, and that is not information giving out. And the second point, which I always used to cover before, is leadership has to be a communicator than a commentator. So the moment you follow these 2 points, you will always feel whenever you're communicating or talking to someone or your students while you're teaching, it is not about you. It is not that you are expert in that particular area. Maybe you're teaching someone, you're teaching some subject to some person with you. You may feel, oh, I know everything. I know all about the subject. But the moment you remove those thought process and see, here, it is not about me, it is about him. How can I make it so simple? How can I make it so simple for him to grab that and make it much more better? So that is the first point. It's not about you, it's always about them. The second one, to support the first point, is to study your students. While I started in my coaching thing, while I was very passionate about doing all those stuff, initially I used to always go with a gut feeling. The gut feeling used to always work for me, but then I realized what could be a basic framework which will help me to connect with my students and coach them or guide them better. And same goes with my own mentors and own coaches also. And what are those key points? You should always know the story of your students, their abilities, the gifts, the strengths, weaknesses, their passion, their friends, and their temperaments. You can maybe go to the recording and just collate all the points. And the moment you're teaching someone, even if you're teaching your own kid, do you know him? Do you really know him? Or do you really know her? And the moment you know your student, you will be able to communicate much more effectively. The third point, students take risk when teachers create a safe environment. How beautiful it is. If I consider myself as a student, the moment whenever I host in PIM, trust me, I used to always feel nervous initially, but Vijay always used to encourage, and he won't give me much time. He used to always call half an hour, 1 hour before, Kiran, so today you have to host. The first time when he told Kiran he used to host, I used to feel, acha, can I do that? Can I really add that value for being a host? And then I used to feel so nervous. But then I realized that Vijay has created such a beautiful family around the community that gives me tremendous amount of confidence to express myself. Where rather than feeling what people will think about me. So it is very essential for us to create an environment where people do not feel that you're so vulnerable and you can't express yourself in a better way. And that is where if you're asking some questions in book club, or someone is unmuting and sharing something, if you're able to do that, trust me, that I feel it is the success of our book club. If you're able to express here freely, that is a success. Do not take it in otherwise, right? Because sometimes while you speak, maybe a lot of thoughts comes to your mind, but if you're expressing, that is actually good. So the fourth point is the most important point, I believe, is great teachers exude passion as well as purpose. Now, while I share this, and while you communicate your passion, your teachers, the biggest responsibility is always to connect with your student and share the vulnerable things in his life. For example, if I want to share something about some learning about in my relationship career or relationship area where I've spoken and met with a lot of people, and how did I fail and how did I overcome, until and unless I've overcome that particular hurdles, it will be always difficult for me to express, because that way I won't be building credibility in the content. The moment I've overcome in the particular area, I will make myself vulnerable. I will share the content to you. And that is where the recent video when I shared, I told explicitly that I want to make myself vulnerable to all of you so that I can actually connect with all of you and pass on the strong messages which we can really apply in our life. And passion is definitely by default. If you don't have passion, then where will you get the fuel? Purpose is a destination, but gaadi mein to fuel chahiye, right? And fuel passion se hi aata hai. And for me, it's not that I got passion all of a sudden. Past experiences, past events have given me the definition of passion in my subconscious mind, which is helping me to figure out passion in today's life. Past passion had cricket. And when I recall my school days, I had this teacher called Pushpavati ma'am and Sanskrit teacher Raju sir, and they were so passionate about Sanskrit and mathematics. मुझे तो इनफैक्ट उनके सब्जेक्ट में पढ़ने के लिए इतना मजा आता था कि I used to read the subject just to be around those people, and that interest about the subject came because of those passionate teachers. And these passionate teachers can really change your life because they will make the subject look so fun and so interesting that you will feel कि मुझे भी ये करना है. And that is where the fourth point comes into the picture. So just to summarize, guys, teaching tips, a few teaching tips for all of you as a leader is: first, it is not about you. It is always about them. And second point is study your students. The third one, students take risk when teachers create a safe environment. The fourth one is great teachers exude passion as well as purposes. So I hope it added some value. I hope you will use these 4 points. I'm sure if you are already aware of it, at least you will be now, use it explicitly, because again, it is repeated. So that's about it. Thank you so much for listening. I hope it added some value. So yeah, that's about it. So before I answer Mohit's question, so if who can help me summarize? So before summarizing, Karthik, shall we take photo or summary? Which one shall we take?
Anything is fine, Kiran. We'll take summary and then photo.
Okay, awesome. So because Prakash is not there, we have to make him proud by taking one of his initiatives and start summarizing. So who will take the initiative? You can speak whatever you remember, but keep it short and keep talk about the key points which you really liked about the talks in the respective speakers, and we will keep on adding if you have missed anyone. So anyone can unmute quickly and then start summarizing. Ajay, Bhushan is there. Yeah.
Okay, Kiran. I will share. Okay. So first topic was about Shraddha. So Shraddha shared her poem, and it was very nice actually, and very inspiring. Second is Revati. So Revati shared her story about pain and problem, and how discipline helps to overcome about this. And she shared about her father's story. It was very inspirational. Third was Karthik. Karthik has shared about the self-image and mechanism, how self-image and self-mechanism help and to identify their opportunity. And fourth, Nikita shared about yourself. If you know about yourself, then and follow and listen to others and yourself and choose which is correct. And Karthik Prabhakar shared about the third mind and about the mastermind alliance, how mastermind alliance to help to achieve the goal. Sixth, Soumya shared about her story and how much important the PIM for her life. And Sanjeev shared about the people says about the busy. So it's not about the busy; it's about the priority. If you know the priority, you are not busy. And then Dilip ji shared about the spreading the positivity and think what you want and then tell. Okay, so you will get to know what you want and what you should say. And fourth, Kiran shared about the leadership tips. Four point. And first is it's not about you; it's about them. And study your students. Take risk when teachers create the environment. And fourth, great teachers exude passion. Something like this. Yeah. So thank you very much, Kiran. This I think. Thank you.
Amazing, Bhushan. ये तो बहुत अच्छे से summarize कर लिया. Anyone
Kiran,
else?
Bhushan missed one point. Topic. Bhushan's topic.
Who will do the
Thank you.
Who will add it? Bhushan's topic. जो starting से join किया था वही बोल पाएगा.
He spoke on the importance of mentorship. That too, he shared his own story. I mean, his own strengths and his experience with PIM.
Awesome. Power of mentorship. Great. Anyone else we missed out? All right, I think we didn't miss anyone. So before anyone leaves, so we are almost, we are end of the book club. So we can quickly take the photo. So Karthik, let me